Welcome back to another video. Hope everyone's having an amazing day. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best 25 caves and rat holes on the new map, Fjordur. This map is an exciting new addition to ARK's cluster. And honestly, it's got so many caves, it's actually unbelievable. Keeping this intro short and sweet, so make sure you guys like and subscribe. Also, comment your thoughts on Fjordur so far. And also, join my server, GB7X ARK Duo's top link on the description. Now let's get into the video. So starting the video off with one of the best locations on this map, I feel like. At 86 latitude and 98 longitude. And here on the map, it's sort of off the map because it's so far across. But this entrance is absolutely insane, and if you build it correctly, it's definitely going to be a insane location to raid. So you've got a choke point here, I would say, and obviously the water entrance. It's a bit trippy, this cave, I'm not going to lie, just because you've got like upside down rocks and everything. Stuff that you haven't really seen on ARK before. I'm going to slow-mo 5 to go a little bit faster because it's extremely difficult to get through this cave fast because you go so slow. You can literally see outside of the map, which is so cool. It's sort of like a lunar cave, but it don't have the same effect as a lunar cave in the floating sense. You've got loads of chambers here, which again you can actually build on. And again, this is obviously 6x, which is not a surprise at all. I don't know how many chambers you got. You got one, and you got another one over there, another one. So quite a few chambers that you can build in. This cave is actually going to be pretty broken, if I do say so myself. You got quite a lot of room to breed tames and everything in here. Obviously, with them rooms, it helps a lot. And you've either got water to get some crops going and all of that good stuff. So overall, this is a very solid location. Right, moving on to a cool little cave. It's actually an underwater one at 41 latitude and 32 long. Here it is on the map. You want to swim down underneath the water and you will see a opening over here. And this leads you down quite a long tunnel and you will see a like bubble type thing. These are on Genesis. And it leads you into like an aberration zone sort of thing. There's lots of tames here that you see on aberration like meglos and everything like this. It looks like it's not as big because there's lots of trees here, but this zone is actually massive, especially if you're a full tribe. You're definitely not going to run out of space in here. And you've even got one of these rune looking things, and it gives you a 4x note each time. It's actually going to be ridiculous when people start like leveling up on this map. But yeah, not too much going on. Obviously you've got some water to grow your crops. There's another rune there. So 2 runes in total, which is actually quite huge. That's 120 seconds of XP. 1,200, sorry. But yeah, on to another cave. This is where it is on the map, and I'll show the GPS for you guys. 21 lat, 57 long. It's in like a highland sort of area, I want to call it. And it's actually a very solid cave, if I do say so myself. If this lava is one tap, which it might be, it might not be, I haven't actually tested it. It will be actually very good. And obviously that entrance is very small too if you put a few turrets facing that. You've got a long tunnel towards the actual chamber of the cave. You could just have a lot of turrets in this cave in general. You've got another chamber to this side. I believe there's even one more chamber in here that I just saw when I was coming in. Yeah, is this one? Yeah, there is. Even bigger chamber in this one. Right, yeah, you definitely can have a fat base in here. 100%. And you've even got these rune things that give you like 4x XP, which is absolutely ridiculous considering there's 200 of them on this map. But yeah, you can definitely do some nice stuff with this base location. I'm just going to show you, it is 6x like you would expect with any base location like this. Moving on to another lava cave at 90 lat, 78 longitude. On the map it is right here. And this was actually such a better cave in the pre-release of Fjordur, but obviously they needed to do something to patch it a little bit. but it's still quite a strong cave if I do say so myself. It's got quite a small entrance, and if you do build it correctly, you're going to secure it pretty well, especially with all the lava around you. You can, like, if you're defending online, you can skiff chuck their dinos into the lava. That's not the real definition of the word. But anyway, yeah, you've got quite a bit of room, especially if you do put like cliff plats around the outside, and you can breed magma swords in here, all of that good stuff. And I believe it is going to be 6x once again. I'm not even going to test it out. It's going to be 6x because it is one of them caves. You got like bats hanging from the ceiling. I didn't even know these things were a thing until right now, but look at the look on that guy's face. So I've got another cave over at 49.5 lat and 14 longitude, and here on the map it's like a swamp like cave, and it's actually really cool. And it's quite a strong cave too. You've obviously got a smaller tunnel. You're not going to really be able to fit a stego all the way down. Probably be able to fit it through the main part, which is obviously here. You've got loads of these new bat tames in here. I just got grabbed by one, but I did just kill it. Oh yeah, look, another one. I don't really want to get grabbed. I just want to show you guys the cave. There's a lot of trees in here right now, which makes it look a lot smaller than what it is. But yeah, it's quite a big cave. It sort of reminds me of the swamp cave on Val. But it's a much more bigger cave than that. You've got a massive chamber here. And even more room in here. You're going to be able to get a lot of breeding done. And in general, there's just a massive amount of space. You've even got them room things in here, which obviously give you 4x XP. Don't know why I nearly said 6x there. But you can even put like cliff plats, shandies up here. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a very strong cave for people to build in. And obviously they've also got these this new tame that spawns in here. So if you want to tame one of these, you know, like there's loads in here. I don't even know how you're supposed to tame them, but yeah, there is loads in here. Onto another cave, and this one, to be honest, has got quite a large entrance at 68 latitude, 38 longitude, right over here. You can probably raft raid this if you do build the raft correctly. You've got some crystal in the water. Yeah, it is quite a big entrance. I think you might even be able to fit a giga through there, but nevertheless you can definitely put quite a fat wall there, and you've got such a large amount of space in here, and you can even build on these rocks. It reminds me of the cave over at Ragnarok a little bit. I think it's literally like a replica version of it, to be honest. But yeah, a lot of space. Entrance is kind of hard to secure, but if you do build it correctly, you can probably get a nice little base in here. Moving on to another location, which I'm going to call this a rat hole. I do think it's a rat hole in my opinion. At 85 latitude, 81 longitude here on the map. You want to come down to this lava location here, and it's one of these really hard to raid lava locations. This lava does actually do 200 damage per tick. But on a boosted server, you'll be chilling and you will have enough like health and movement speed to get underneath here. And then you just got all of this room basically under here. You drop your foundations lower to build him. And the best part about this spot is I do not think it's 6x at all. Which obviously you're not going to have more than like one or two of you guys in here, because it's definitely going to get cramped a lot. I did actually test this spot out to make sure you guys are like definitely going to be able to build in here. Obviously it's not 6x, which is absolutely amazing, and probably the best part about that spot. And it's really hidden, like you're not really going to get found if you're not giving it a large in chat all the time and all of that. Moving on to an underwater cave, which is actually really strong. So you want to come here on the map and here on the GPS, which is 76 lat, 64 long. Just don't get eaten by an alpha megalodon, just like I nearly have there. This cave is actually really cool, and I've never really seen anything like it on ARK. It's got a big bit of space here. You can probably have like 2 souls on a leash on aggressive, which will be actually really hard. You can have loads of turrets in this chamber, and even aggressive 2 souls will work. Then you come to the main part of the cave, which you can have like quite a nice fat wall before you actually get into the main part, which we're not even at the main part yet, which is pretty insane considering how much of a tunnel this cave does actually have. I'm gonna call this like I don't know, like pirate ship cave or something. That's some weird random name, but yeah. You've got a lot of room in here. Even a cheeky little location up here which you can actually put a foundation down at. This cave is definitely going to be one of the alpha spots if you do build it correctly. You've even got more room over here, which it just goes on and on, some of these caves. Like, even more room. Oh my god, I didn't even know there was this amount of room in this cave. I'm not going to lie to you. You've got a whole chamber full of lava, which is actually ridiculous. Imagine if there was drops or something here. Oh, bro, you could put your main, like, crafting station here. I got a bit excited there. I'm trying to show you guys the locations, but as you can see, this location is definitely going to be very, very good. You've even got even more room. Oh my god. Yeah, this location is insane. Right, moving on to another cave at 57 lat, 65 long here on the map. And you just want to come down here until you see like quite a big entrance. And it's sort of like a jungle cave, I want to call it. It's definitely an alright cave, not the best cave at all. You've got quite a few chambers in here. I mean, if that chamber over there was blocked off and you had this crouch little entrance, it'd actually be really cool. Well, it's not a crouch. It looks like a crouch at least. You've got some very nice features in here, and you've even got a terminal. A terminal? Obelisk? What is this? A terminal, so you can upload your survivor, store stuff in upload, craft your replicator, do your bosses from this cave. So that could be the main reason why you take this cave, so you can do your boss fights from it. So yeah, overall it's a pretty decent cave, definitely not the best. So another, I'm saying cave a lot, but 62 lat, 78 long. And here on the map, we've got quite a decently big entrance. I think you're going to be able to fit a stego through this one. Yeah, you definitely are going to be able to fit a stego through this one actually. But you've sort of got like a drop down, so you can maybe like guide them off the edge here and have like this part really secure. That might be a strat that you can use. But you've got a ton of room in this cave, but it's actually got two entrances. So yeah, it's probably not the best cave. Maybe if you want a lot of breeders and you've got a lot of turrets and bullets to secure this, because you've got like a little ledge here, so you can't just rocket run or grapple glitch it. You can actually build quite a nice base in here. It's probably not going to be one of the alpha locations by any means, but it can definitely be a lot of space to breed tames or anything that you need space for. Moving on to the next location, 45 lat, 60 long. It's actually a pretty cool one, this one, and it's very unique to every other cave on this game. There's some stairs coming up here, and it's got like a shield looking golden thing, if you want to call it that. Probably haven't described that well at all. And I believe in this cave is like full of all the creators that have founded this map and that, which is actually really cool. I don't know if you're going to be able to build in here. I think you will on official. Unofficial, it might be a different story, but as you can see here, you can actually build. It's got all the creators and the sponsors and that on there. It's not the biggest map, but maybe for something like PvE, it'd be really good. I said map there, I meant cave. But you've got another room in here which you can have as your like crafting area, and you've got even water in here, which is actually really nice if you want to get some crops growing or anything like that. So we've got another cave obviously, and it's at 40 lat, 57 long here on the map. You'll see like quite a big opening. Yeah, again, there's loads of caves with this sort of opening, which is quite cool. And then you've got like a jungle sort of theme here. I don't know if we're going to class this as a cave when people actually start playing, because I believe this is where you start boss fights from. But for now, I'm going to say this is a cave. So yeah, Asgard Portal. So these are the portal caves. I guess if you're an official and you can build here and you block it off so no one can actually build in here, it's going to be pretty OP. And it is obviously 6x2. So if you put like a tower outside on official, stopping everyone from doing bosses, it's really going to slow down their progress. So we've got another underwater cave yet again, and it is here on the map. 51 lat, 45 long here on the map, and you want to go down underwater obviously, and you will see this cave down here. And to be honest, it's not too bad at all. It's alright, you can definitely do something pretty nice here. like quite a big wall. It reminds me a bit like Moser Cave on Center, which is a decent cave. I've never built in there myself, so I can't comment too much. You can probably have your main base here, maybe have loads of fence foundations and fence supports going up, so people can't just walk a stego here. Normally with these sorts of caves, when you've got a tame and you just go like this, you bob out the water, but it don't look like you do in this cave. You probably might, I don't know, but yeah, it is 6x once again. Again, quite a nice cave. You've got quite a few ledges in here where you can put your main base and some hidden turrets that are going to stop people raiding you. Moving on to quite a massive location, and there's a lot of space in this one. 31 lat, 65 long. Here it is on the map. It's actually 6x outside of the cave until about here. You don't actually get 6x damage until where my teleporter is, which is kind of huge. If you do want to build out a tower outside, you've got a few statues on the side. Like a quite nice little entrance. You can even get up here. Don't know what you would do up there, but you can. And then you've got a cave sort of looking entrance, and then you've got a big opening, which you can do quite a nice little wall there. I don't know if you'll be able to fit a stego, but I guess you guys will find out soon. It's not the biggest cave, but it's definitely worth it if you're a smaller tribe. But yeah, that's basically it for this one. There's not much going on. Again, you wouldn't be able to fit too many gigas. Better for a smaller tribe. Right, moving on to another location. 29 lat, 39 long. Here it is on the map. You want to come down to here. You'll see quite a big cave entrance. I'm just going to tell you, this is got quite a big entrance, this cave, but it's got an enormous amount of space inside, which is obviously good. But yeah, you've got a chamber over here to breed your underwater tames, I guess. It's not too big. I don't know how many Tusos you're getting at, if any, but you've got a massive amount of space in here. You definitely can get a fat giga line or whatever you really want in here, which is amazing. Obviously, it's not the easiest to defend, I would say. Like, it's got quite a big entrance, and you can pretty much fit any dino there is. Obviously, I think this is 6x, but I'm just going to double check for you guys. Yeah, it is. Right, so yeah, moving on to the next cave. So we've got another snow cave here. Here are the coordinates on the GPS, and here is the map coords. What you want to do, you want to see this massive opening with icicles hanging off the ceiling, and you will see a small entrance to the cave. I don't know if you can actually fit a stego through here. I don't believe you can. Obviously, this cave is 6x, I believe. I'm going to actually test out all the caves to show you guys whether they're 6x or not, because that might be the difference between you guys building in a cave or not. But yeah, it's actually quite a cool cave. You can definitely get quite a nice wall in here. This cave's obviously 6x, without question. This has also got loads of drop spawns in here. I did actually see quite earlier, but I think I took all of them. But yeah, you got another chamber over here, maybe for your crafting station. The cave is actually pretty big. You got a lot of space in here to breed your tames, all of that good stuff. And I'm going to show you the water. I think there's a little bit of water too, which you can breed your water tames, which is amazing. Obviously, I did say there was drops, and there is a drop somewhere because... yeah, there we go. There's a drop. Fabby blueprint. That would be nice on a official server or any type of server. But yeah, it's quite a big cave. You can definitely do a lot of stuff with this one. So yeah. So once again, we've got another snow cave. There's actually a lot of snow caves on this map. So 19 lat and 19 long. And that's where it is on the map. It's actually quite a nice cave. This cave actually does remind me of Carno Cave quite a lot, as you're going to see why in a minute. It's got a little bit of a water entrance, and then it's got the main cave here. It's honestly not the best cave in my opinion, but it's still a solid cave for maybe a duo tribe or a smaller sort of tribe. There's really not much going on, and obviously this cave is probably 6x. I haven't actually tested it out, but yeah, it's 6x, so it makes it a little bit worse there. But again, it's good enough for a smaller tribe. Moving on to another cave over at 47 latitude, 43 long, and here it is on the map. It's another underwater cave. There's actually so many of underwater caves on this map. It's actually kind of crazy. You want to come over here? Well, what was I doing there? And it's quite a big entrance, I'm not gonna lie, but you've got quite a nice bit of space in here. I think I'll be able to walk a stego straight up. But you got loads of resources, quite a lot of room to be honest, and it's quite a nice place to hide out, I would say. Honestly, not much going on. Again, you've got loads of resources in here, which is also very, very nice. And you've also got a ledge up here, which you can put your main loot up here. And maybe even a shandy would definitely work in here. I want to see if this is actually 6x or not. Let's see. I think it will be. It is 6x. Everything that we've seen so far is basically 6x. It's kind of funny. So we've now got a cave in the snow biome. Here are the surroundings. Here's the codes on the GPS. And here is the map. So what you want to do, you want to walk through the entrance. The entrance is quite big, to be honest, but wait until you see the actual cave. I really do like this cave. It's got quite a long tunnel, which you can definitely do some stuff with that. So it's sort of got like a drop down to the main chamber, and then it's got an artifact in here, and you've also got drop spawns, which I did actually see. Loads of drop spawns. Yep, we've got drop spawns in here, which makes this cave a lot better because you can just farm drops. And then you come up to this waterfall type thing, and you've got another whole section to the cave, even more drop spawns, which if you're looking for drops, this cave might be the one for you, especially them early game drops if you are building here, or maybe a dedicated server or something like that. Without further ado, let's move on to the next cave. Another location, and I'm going to probably call this one more of a rat hole than a cave. It's obviously 20 lat, 98 longitude, and you just want to come down until you see this small little waterfall with another double waterfall next to it. And initially you're going to have to break a rock to get in here. All these rocks are harvestable, I believe they are at least. Yeah, they are. So it's quite a big entrance. It's probably actually classed as a cave, not a rat hole, but you definitely can do something nice in here. Whether or not it's 6x, I don't actually know. Most of the caves on this video are 6x, I'm not gonna lie, but they're still very strong. You can probably just walk a tame in here, so you do need to build it pretty strong. But you definitely can. There's nothing too excited going on in this cave at all. You might be able to get up here. No, you can't. Yeah, not too exciting at all. So we've got an underwater cave here at 46 lat and 34 longitude. Here it is on the map. You want to just swim down obviously, and you'll see a Genesis type pocket right here, which you literally just swim through or walk a dino through and you're in. Obviously it's probably not the strongest cave out there, but you definitely can put a nice little wall in here and have a nice little base, considering it is underwater, and it's going to be a lot harder to raid than a normal base. Whether or not it's 6x in here, I do not know. I'm going to double check for you guys right now so you guys will know. And it is actually 6x in here, so bear that in mind when you are building it, or if you are going to build in here. So another cave for you guys is at 53 latitude and 97 longitude here on the map. I'm sort of off the map, which is a bit weird, but yeah, you just want to go down into the water and you find like another air pocket type thing. Again, I don't know whether this is going to be the strongest cave. There's a lot of farming resources here, which this cave might be a good starter base, but later on into the game I don't think it's going to be the strongest. But yeah, again, it's not a bad cave at all. You can obviously build on these mushrooms. Oh, you can't build on the mushrooms, but yeah, you can build everywhere else apart from the one place that I tried to pick out to show you guys. But yeah, it's a decent location, not too bad. Right, another cave for you guys is at 56 lat, 84 longitude here on the map. And this cave is going to be probably more of a farming cave in my opinion, just because it's going to be so hard to build. It acts sort of like a lunar cave from what I've heard, and there's lots of stuff that you can farm in here. You've even got one of these charge nodes, which obviously you can charge your batteries. You've got loads of crystal. You've got all the like rocks that come from Gem 1. You've even got a terminal here. And element rocks, which is kind of huge considering I don't know how to get element on this map, and you're definitely going to need it to advance detect here. So yeah, so another cave for you guys. Obviously we're coming towards the end of the video and we've basically found a majority of caves by now, but again, this is another cave. It's got a massive entrance, to be fair, and I very much doubt many people will build in here, but for you guys who do want to, there's a lot of space. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably not the hardest thing to raid, but if you do build it correctly, you'll have some sort of defense, I guess. But yeah, not much. You've got some water in here, I guess, which is kind of nice if you're growing crops and that. But that's about the only benefit to this cave you all have. And lastly, probably the one on this whole list, 3595 here on the map. You've got a massive opening of a cave. It's kind of big, but again, you're only really going to build on this if you're like on a fibercraft. You're really not going to build on it on a competitive server. Because I mean, you've got some sort of space and you've got a nice little ledge here if you was to put turrets, but not the best at all. So sadly, that is going to be the end of today's video. Today's video was more for you guys and me showing you guys how good this new map is, because there's so many locations and it's going to bring some freshness to this game for sure. If you haven't made this far into the video, make sure you put G77 in the comments and know you have made this far, which honestly means more than anything. And there's going to be some Fjordur content coming for sure, so I'll see you guys then. Anyway, have an amazing rest of the day or night, wherever you are in the world.